Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to the beautiful island of Bali, Indonesia. Now, I thought I'd bring you to the smallest IKEA in the world, and it's on the island of Bali. Let's go check it out, shall we? Before I head on inside, I just thought I'd show you the very famous IKEA sign, and it's actually a really nice spot where it is. They've got the very famous ice cream that you can actually sit outside and have, and then my beautiful wife is actually here. She might briefly be in the video, and they've even got the menu right at the door here, and you can have pretty much all the same things or pretty close to it. And this is the entrance to the world's smallest IKEA. And then over here on the left, they've actually got an ice cream takeaway kiosk. Check that out. Not too sure what the horse is doing, but we can actually get ice cream. You don't even have to go in and shop. How cool is that? Actually, before I head on inside, if you are interested to come to this location, I will put in the description the Google Maps pin of where it is. It's in a place called Kuta Central Park. It's literally about 5 minutes from Kuta, about 10 minutes from Legian if you were to come by a taxi or motorbike or a driver. So it's really actually quite easy to get here, especially if you're staying in this southern part of Bali. Probably about 20 minutes from Sanua, depending on the traffic. Let's head on inside. I've actually been here a few times before, and actually last time I came, I had the idea of making a video and I didn't. And I thought today, I've got to do it. And have a look right at the entrance. You can pick up the bags, just like you can do in every IKEA in the whole world. And the opening hours are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. And the cafe closes an hour earlier. So if you're planning to come and have something to eat, just come a little bit earlier. And quite famously, as in all IKEAs, there's actually a map to walk around. Now, the entire store takes up 800 square meters, so it's not particularly big, but of course, a lot of things I'm sure are very recognizable, and everything that we've seen in an IKEA before, you can get in this store. Now, there is quite a lot of things that are available for online shopping and then delivery or pickup. The basket's right there, and then they've actually got some of the rooms set up exactly like a typical Balinese house would be. They've even got the size right there, and then all the things are actually laid out and set up exactly like an IKEA. But this is the world's smallest IKEA, and we're going to get a bit of a feeling for that in a second. Who hasn't got one of these window wipers? I think everybody owns one. I'm gonna have to see if I can find the shoehorn and the lint roller. The bathroom right here. Curious about the setup. I would imagine that they're trying to mimic the look of an Indonesian house or an apartment. I'm not too sure. Pretty small bedroom. A room for kids. We've actually got these containers in our kitchen back in Russia. This is such an interesting place to come and walk around, because of course we all know how big IKEAs are, and then you come to this place and then how small it is. And as quick as we've walked in, we're already at the very famous cafe, and you can actually order the dishes pretty much exactly the same as you could at any IKEA in the world, just quite a bit cheaper. And they've actually got a menu right here. Hamburg steak. And then I think there's the meatballs. There we go, kids meal. Oh, it's flashing up very quickly. But they've got the cafe right here, and you can literally order what you want and sit down and relax. The last time when I actually came here, I only came and had lunch, and I did a bit of a walk around. I found a couple of things that I wanted to bring back to Russia. If you don't know me, I'm actually an Australian who's from Perth, Australia, and I live in Moscow, Russia with my wife, and I make videos like this. mostly supermarkets and shopping centers. Try to find something interesting to point out in a place where I am. And imagine in Bali, it's got the world's smallest IKEA. Interestingly, up on the wall here, they've got the sofa. We actually had, well, not this black one, we had the grey one. I think it's the one up here in the middle. Don't remember the name. We had that in Australia, but you can basically order the different ones for delivery or pickup. Of course, the store is so small they can't fit everything in here, so it's just limited to the space that they've got as you walk around. And I think they probably do more business in the cafeteria than they actually do in the whole shop itself. Just looking at everybody here coming to get something. Of course, you can order coffee. And one thing that's really cool is this ice cream machine. So it's only 6,000 rupiah, or that would be 60 cents Australian. It's about 50 cents US. And it's self-serve, but what it is, when you pay for your food, they give you a metal token that you actually put in there to actually make the ice cream. So it's basically a coin-operated ice cream machine. And they've got the drink machine there. And then the actual cafe takes up most of the place, which is just interesting. A little bit smaller place here. 21 square meters. This was the size of our studio in Moscow when I first moved there. And actually, I think my place feels a bit bigger than this, or it did. And I guess it's the way they put so many things. They just over-decorate the IKEA locations, right? We decided to stop in between filming and have something to eat. And I'm joined here by my wife, Zhenya.
Hello.
And she decided to get the very traditional meatballs.
And mashed potato.
Yep, and lingonberry sauce as well. And I think you got coffee?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
It's hot chocolate.
And for me, I decided to get the Swedish fish and chips, which I'm not sure if they're Swedish or not. But we're going to give it a try. So what do you think so far? You've actually had some of yours already, Jen. How was yours?
It's very nice. This is really feel like IKEA food. I think it's original IKEA.
And do you miss IKEA in Russia?
Not really. I just miss Russian food in Indonesia.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we decided to turn the camera around, and Zhenya is going to interview me now, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you going to ask me?
What do you like your food?
All right, so I got the fish and chips, and I've actually had a little bit already. I think I might have found a secret of Bali. This might be the best fish and chips in Bali as well. This is definitely not local, and I'd say this is imported fish. Now I've actually had a little bit already.
And you think it's important chips also?
These are different chips than what we've had at other restaurants in Bali, for sure.
Exactly.
So maybe these are not local produced.
All right.
I mean, we don't really know, but they're definitely different tasting to French fries or chips we've had at other restaurants. So yeah, maybe I found a secret. So if you're coming to Bali and you want fish and chips, come to IKEA here.
Or
And then, of course, meatballs. And if you're getting tired of having Bali food everywhere, then this is the place to be. Yeah. Let me get back to walking around the store, shall we? I really hope you're enjoying this video of the world's smallest IKEA. And we're going to repeat it a lot because I think the algorithm of YouTube should hopefully pick up me saying it and maybe show this to more people. So if it's interesting for you, give it a thumbs up, post a comment, let me know what you think. And would you come here if you're on holiday in Bali? So if we keep following the arrows on the floor, of course it leads us to the exit, but then all the different sections of the shop. So we're already in the kitchen section. I think a lot of people know when you go to an IKEA, the 2-level building. So that upstairs area is all of the furniture, and then you get to the cafeteria, and then you go down the steps, and then the kitchen section is in front of you, and all of the items. So they do actually have all of the IKEA names of the products, exactly how they are, and then they've got the translation into Indonesian language on all the products. I'm just wondering what my wife might want to take back to Moscow and take in our luggage. Of course, in Russia, IKEA left pretty close to 2 years ago now, so it's pretty difficult to get hold of things. There is still shops that have IKEA products, but a lot of people are a little bit dubious of the stores in Moscow about the products being original or not. Have a look at all the glasses. I like how they've laid these out. That's pretty neat. I think they're obviously going for a storage and a compactness to the store. Oh, the very famous candles. I think everybody buys a candle when they leave the store, right? I think it's one of the mandatory items you've got to buy when you come to an IKEA. There is quite a few people in the shop. I would say there's about 70% of the people in here who have come for the cafe, maybe about 30% that are here for normal shopping. Oh, there is the shark. The very famous IKEA shark right there. And then I guess because it's Bali, you've got a monkey and a lion as well. And there's also turtles. And I think we're almost through the whole shop. And they've got another layout here. This one's 35 square meters. I kind of like these layouts, but then the amount of things on the table, you know, it's not normal like that, right? I don't think so. But what do you think of the world's smallest IKEA? We can almost do the whole video in one take as I'm walking around. Super interesting. For the online orders and then pickups, they've actually got a collection point here or some desks where the staff would actually help you and where you can actually do pickups and things for delivery as well. So there is pretty much everything in here. I've gone off track a little bit now, so I'm not following the arrows on the floor. And also I think the way they've laid them out, it kind of makes you go around in circles twice before you end up getting out of the store. The very famous coat hangers. I think we've all got some of these as well. Let me know in the comments how many IKEA things you have, or maybe you don't have any at all. It'd be very interesting to know how many IKEA fans are watching this video. As I head on out of the store, I really want to thank everybody for watching. This might be my shortest video I've made on the channel, I think, quite possibly. I know when I came here myself last time and I had lunch, I kind of walked around thinking it was bigger, and you know, to discover it's the world's smallest. I guess for any business there's got to be a world's smallest location, even amongst bigger branded stores, right? So it's just interesting that this is the smallest here in Bali, and I thought I'd make this video. It suits my channel. Lots of people love me doing shopping center reviews, supermarket reviews. So we had to come to IKEA in Bali. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Post a comment, let me know what you think. If you made it to the end, you're part of the Bali IKEA crew. So post that in the comments and let's see who got to the end of the video. If you want to join me on Telegram, there's a link right here. And then if you want to watch an older video, you can check out something else on the channel you've not seen before. Perhaps you're new to the channel and you want to keep traveling with Russell. Okay everybody, I'm off on another adventure. Bye.